I'm sure this featurette is going to deliver. I mean, one thing I've noticed with Wolfwalkers, again, it's a very special animated show, at least from the looks of it. It's a hand-drawn animation, which to me, again, suggests experimental. And I do love I'm a very artistic person by nature myself, and so for me, I like seeing projects venture off into new territory, quite potentially. Although I will say, this did remind me of a lot of stuff I used to watch as a kid. And though it was not exactly hand-drawn, the illustrations were. But there was an old VHS series of tapes. It was called like Children's Chorus or Circle. I forget the exact name of it. But it adapted children's books that were very familiar at the time into like animated projects with a narrator, of course, voicing the overall story. But they would take children's books of the illustrations and they animate them. Rosie's Walk was one in particular that was a favorite of mine as a kid. And the animation style and the way it was drawn is very similar to what I saw in Wolfwalker. So for me, watching this show, even though it's again a new plot, new story, it does have an element of nostalgia. Let's go ahead though and learn about how this was done. So this is called a hand-drawn world featurette. And that suggests to me we're going to learn about the behind-the-scenes aspects of how this was essentially animated. That's what I love watching features for this reason. I love learning more. But it's one thing to watch a project on the screen, but it's another thing to learn about how they actually did things. And for me, I'm like, how did you animate that? And maybe it would shed some illumination on how they used to do this type of stuff as a kid. When I would just be caught up watching these videotapes going, oh my gosh, how are they editing children's books, right? We go from illustrations to live productions on television. We're going to go ahead and watch this first, and we're going to talk about it more in my condensed reviews on let's watch the video together. Okay, here we go. Let's watch.
Wolf, wolf, hunt them far and yonder.
The forest is brimming with wolves. It's my job to hunt them down, not yours.
But we could hunt them together. Wolves, bears, dragons even.
Cartoon Saloon, they make these profoundly human films, very beautiful, very poetic films.
Something's happened to me.
I love the Celtic music.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Flippin' great. You have 4 legs now, so you can run really fast and jump so high.
And in this film, the natural world and the human world are interconnected.
So they did sketch.
As people become animals and animals become people.
Yeah, they did. They sketched everything.
Cromwell in Ireland is a fascinating period in Irish history. Cromwell is like the baddest villain in Irish history, if you ask most Irish people.
I want all the wolves gone from this forest.
Yes, my lord.
Good fellow.
Dramatic, but kind of familiar antagonist.
The hero to a lot of English people.
Kill the wolf!
That's when we had the idea of 2 kids, one from England, one from Ireland.
I'm a wolf walker. When I sleeps, I'm a wolf. When I'm awake, I'm me, Meg Og Mactira. What's your name, anyway?
Robin.
Our 2 main characters, Robin and Maeve, had to seem very different. Robin would be a lot more subtle in her movements, a little bit more dainty, and Maeve is a little bit more broad. The thing that made the animation unique for this production, I felt, was that there was a lot of focus on making things seem very natural and keeping the lines more loose. So for us in the rough animation, we could
It is very
be a little
interesting
more
to see
free.
how they animated everything in terms of like, taking the drawings
No
and
way.
just turning it into
I
a
scared them off.
digital form.
Style that we were aiming for was extremely high. We developed a way of offsetting the colors outside of the lines to make it look like mistakes in woodblock printing.
That's really pretty.
The forest line is quite difficult to color. We developed a style to kind of make the outside of the color shapes a bit fuzzy to look like watercolor. We had to do quite a lot of by hand, which took longer, but in the end it looks beautiful.
In this film,
I can't imagine the pride that
filmmakers
would probably feel watching it. Like, look at all our drawings. This is what it became.
Why do you want to be
all
here?
that work.
Being a wolf is way better. I'll show you.
The amazing thing of working with Cartoon Saloon, other than the beautiful animation and the stories,
Smell you later, Tony.
is the fact that something touches us.
It's very pretty. I can't wait to see more of the animated style come forth. I mean, it just, again, hearing the intensity to the project, you only see so much when you watch the production, right? That's why I love watching features. It gives you more information and more context to what the effort that actually went in. And watching this, you can see, again, how much labor it took to create this very artistic, essentially like, I don't know how long it is, but a movie-length painting. It's beautiful. Very mesmerizing in many regards. And like the different mixtures of styles, like from the storyboarding process to watercolor paints and stuff like that. I thought for a minute like she had like acrylic, but I guess it is watercolor. But it's beautiful. Watercolor painting especially, just if you ever have the opportunity to experiment with it, it's just so much fun. Yeah, it looks like the forest. It looks like it turned out. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. And she's got like she's got it set in a light box. That's a great idea. So again, she just kind of the natural tracing. I can't wait to watch it. That looks great. What are you guys' thoughts of Wolfwalkers? Let me know down below. Don't forget all that stuff. Like, subscribe, and sharing that bell. Hopefully we get to see more animated projects in the future with Apple TV that have that level of sophistication and intensity in terms of design. That really, that did take me aback. But until we get to our point, we get to watch more projects from Apple TV in the future. I will see you guys then. But until that point, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't forget to love your fellow man. God bless. And peace.